What's good? We about to tap into another Benny Johnson flame case. We about to tap into it. Dang, he about to get flamed on. Let's tap in.
What's up, guys? Boy, Benny, you ever been talking to somebody and you unexpectedly hear something very profound? You're like, wow, that's some wisdom right there. I wasn't expecting that. Well, I certainly wasn't expecting that from the Jimmy Kimmel Show, and Bill Burr, of all people, on the Jimmy Kimmel Show, saying something that is so profoundly true. Bill Burr, comedian, looks Jimmy Kimmel right in the eyeballs and goes, "You idiot liberals are the reason why Donald Trump is so
liberals
powerful."
Are so stupid the way that they handle Trump.
What do you mean?
You should shut up. He's a narcissist.
Shut up.
Neutral energy.
Yeah.
Neutral.
You think he'd go away?
You know what I think he was? I think he was a one-hit wonder. Right? He wrote The Twist. And then that was it. He was on the casino circuit, and then you idiot liberals wrote him Twist again when you indicted him. And now he's a martyr.
And now he's
coming back, Jimmy.
Peppermint Twist is back.
Coming back. It's going to be great for comedy. He's coming back.
It's going to be great for comedy. Oh, yeah, it's going to be great for the country as well. It's going to be great for everybody. Just like Trump term 1.0 was great for everybody, and Trump term 2.0 will be great for everybody, even his haters. Even the people, even the hate.
305 101. 305. What you mean? On a serious note.
Haters. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what is happening. They have united the country against them through their evil and through their incapacity to just shut up. You idiot, you effing idiot liberals, as Bill Burr says, have destroyed yourselves. And it's happening. It's happening in real time. You idiot liberals making Trump a martyr. He's coming back, says Bill Burr. Well, this is what it looks like to be back, boys. Right here. Strong. This is Donald Trump in the courthouse today. You see Donald Trump in the foreground here, right here, blown out. And behind him, in focus, is Congressman Byron Donalds, Governor Doug Burgum, Speaker of the House Mike Johnson, Vivek Ramaswamy, Corey Mills, who's also a member of Congress and a very high-ranking one. You have Eric and Laura Trump back there, and Trump campaign aides, Boris Epstein and Jason Miller. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what strength looks like. This is what a united front looks like, and they've united the Republican Party. Now, you may hate Mike Johnson, and you may be very, very disappointed with him. I agree with you. I'm on your side. But I got to tell you, you got to unite and win. That's how these things work. Unite and win. Now, Donald Trump's been uniting with Vivek Ramaswamy for a very long time. He's the person who we were the most interested in today. Donald Trump walking into Mar-a-Lago with Vivek Ramaswamy and his wife, Apoorva. This sort of shocked everybody with Melania Trump in tow. Also, Vivek Ramaswamy on TV right after this saying he can't wait to debate Kamala Harris.
They were the pioneers. They were the explorers.
If you ever get a chance to debate or talk to like Kamala Harris, and Biden's not going to be debating, I don't think anyone, but it'd be good just to say, why shouldn't George Washington be banned?
I'll file that away, Laura, and I'm looking forward to hearing Kamala's answer. I don't expect it to be super coherent, but I'll be sure to face off with her on it.
I'll be sure to face off with her on it. I mean, again, like, these are the little things that makes you just kind of say, I don't know, like, what you know, what's going on here? Is Vivek in the running for VP? Many people want him to be vice president. Donald Trump obviously treats him like family when he's at Mar-a-Lago. Here's just a small sampling of Donald Trump bringing Vivek on stage saying, we must win, we will win, we must win, Vivek, is what Donald Trump said at this event. And so what does Vivek have to say after Donald Trump in court? Vivek was with Donald Trump in court today. He said it's a miserable, depressing experience, and he just delivered a blistering barn burner outside of the courthouse when given an opportunity to talk about the experience and to talk about the case writ large. Here we go.
Thank you. I want to thank my colleagues.
Hey, did you hear about this? There's a free $5,800 spending card going out to migrants.
Thank you. I want to thank my colleagues, Governor Burgum, Congressman Mills, and Congressman Donalds for laying out the political backdrop here. This is a politicized persecution that is nakedly apparent. What I want to do is dive a little bit deeper into what we actually learned today in that courtroom. What do we see in there? First of all, I learned a lot from being in there in person. It is one of the most depressing places I have been in my life, but it is fitting because the only thing more depressing than the environment of that courtroom is what's actually happening in there. It's straight out of a Kafka novel. The prosecution's main strategy appears.
Yeah, man, those courtrooms, man, they really do, like, they could do anything. It's in their rule book. It's in the court. It's like their law. You know what I mean? Even though some of that stuff might be capped. You know what I mean? 'Cause I'm like in a courtroom. I'm like, how do you come up with that? And in reality, it's like it makes no logical sense. You feel me? Like I'm like, what? You know what I mean? But they word is law in the courtroom. You gotta be real careful with those people. You can't outdo those people. You gotta play by their rule book. Cause if not, you're gonna go outside behind the bar, my guy. You're gonna end up behind the bar, looking like a sad picture.
To be to bore the jurors into submission. And if you look in that direction, sadly, it may appear to actually be working. Now, I would like for anybody here in the press, anybody at home, anybody at MSNBC or the media afterwards, to clearly state what exactly is the crime that Donald Trump committed. Oh, wait. We have not heard a good answer to that question. It has been vague until today. You heard Michael Cohen's testimony, after which I would say it is less clear than ever what that crime actually was. They'll say falsifying business records. Well, let's look at who did we learn falsified business records today? Yet, what, hour, 2 hours, felt like it could have been 7 hours of Michael Cohen talking about how he falsified business records. Okay, so you have a guy who has been a perjurer in the past that is now saying he falsified business records. What is the crime that Donald Trump committed? Now, it appears to be what they might allege is some sort of bookkeeping error or whatever. The real bookkeeping that we need accounting of is Judge Merchan's own family member collecting millions of dollars as a Democratic operative, using the existence of this trial as a fundraising ploy for Democrats. This is unconscionable. Imagine if the same.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. He using that like as his own benefit. He taking advantage of the whole situation and making him richer in his whole thing, bro. I'm like, what? You feel me? I'm like, that's crazy. Like, he outplaying this whole situation, and he finessing for real. You know what I mean? It's sad. It's really sad on that other man part. It really is.
Shoe fit the other foot. Imagine if it was Joe Biden that was on trial. You had a Republican judge whose son was collecting millions of dollars as a Republican operative. What would you all be saying? This would not be justice. This is injustice at its worst. So let's go even a layer deeper, right? Because let's go even a layer deeper. Actually, the alleged crime here is supposedly, they try to point to this every day, that he does not actually use campaign funds, that he used personal funds. Well, let's get this straight. Suppose Donald Trump had used campaign funds to make a personal expense. They'd be going after him for that. So if they're going to get him going or they're going to get him coming, that is the best proof that this is a politicized sham. Let's go through it piece by piece. If you tell somebody to go buy you a suit and you want to look good on television because that'll affect the voters, the way voters vote for you, you know what? They prosecute politicians if they use campaign funds to buy a suit. If they say go get a haircut, if you use campaign funds to get a haircut because you want to look good to the voters, they will actually prosecute you for using campaign funds for a personal expense. Yet the entire legal theory of this case, the whole case that Alvin Bragg has brought, depends on one premise for them to charge this as a felony, is that Donald Trump somehow should have used campaign funds to make an allegedly personal payment. Yet if he had done that, their case against him would be even stronger. This is garbage. That is the best proof that you have that if they're going to get him going or get him coming, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. This is a sham. This is not the United States of America. This is some third-rate banana republic. If this were happening in another country, we would be laughing at them as a sham democracy. I am ashamed.
Yeah, man, this is some banana garbage. You know what I mean? it really is some banana garbage. What was really going on? All you gotta do is just open up your eyes, and you can really see what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that hard. You feel me?
As an American citizen to sit here in a courtroom watching the former leader of the free world, and let's be honest, likely next leader of the free world, sitting with the indignity in this dingy third-rate courtroom with fourth-rate prosecutors and a fifth-rate lawyer on the stand as a witness, who actually is violating attorney-client privilege left and right. Nobody's even talking about that. So this is a shame on the spirit in our country's history, but we will get through it and be stronger, because you know who ultimately actually cast the vote on this case? It's not just the jurors in that jury box. It's every one of you at home. It's every American who votes this November to say no to the weaponization of justice. And if you're at home, you may say, you know what, I don't agree with everything Donald Trump's ever said. You know what, I may not agree with some of his policies even though they were great policies for 4 years. But you do agree, whether you are Democrat or Republican or black or white or gay or straight or man or woman, that our justice system should be blind to politics. That regardless of whether your last name is Biden or Trump, regardless of whether you've been a politician or not, you get a fair shake in our own legal system. And when you have a prosecutor who campaigned on the pledge of going after Trump and then keeps his campaign pledge, when you have a judge whose kids are collecting money from Democratic operatives by fundraising off the very trial that judge is presiding over, and then telling the U.S. president that he's subject to a gag order, that he can't talk about it, that is not justice. That is a bastardization of what this country was founded on. And I'm here, and all of us are here as friends of Donald Trump, supporting him in our personal capacity, sharing our opinions. That's why we're here today. But I hope every American at home who isn't able to be in that courtroom is able to see what's actually happening there. And when you do, we will have a landslide of historic proportion this November if every American understands the injustice that's playing out in that courtroom today. So may God bless our country. I pray for our future, and let's pray for our country being stronger on the other side of this disgusting sham politician prosecution. Doug, close this out. Thank you.
Well, hot damn. It's VP material, ladies and gentlemen. This is, I think, like, there's no other way to say it. I haven't been, obviously quiet about my appreciation for VP, for Vivek as VP. We've asked Vivek on stage about it. We've been pretty open about the fact that we're friendly with Vivek and we like him, we like his candidacy. But Vivek said, I'll do whatever I can to maximally help. Obviously, he said nothing more than that. He was asked yesterday by Patrick McDavid about the same thing and said, it's my obligation to be VP if you actually want me to be VP.
I respect immensely. We're going to have a conversation about that and actually set up for maximal impact for the country. If he knows who I am, and we've got to know each other really well, if after knowing all of that, he would ask me to be vice president, or, you brought up that example. Let's just answer really honestly. Anybody who cares about this country, who's aligned with his vision in the Republican Party today, if they're asked to be vice president, is going to say yes and has a responsibility to say yes.
So that's what Vivek said yesterday. This is what Vivek looked like today. Vivek standing right behind Trump. Donald Trump shared a image of Vivek and him on stage from this weekend that we posted, saying he's the VP on stage, and there was Vivek. So I don't know, man. It's a pretty strong showing. It's a pretty strong showing for the boy. Pretty strong showing for your boy. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Donald Trump saying in a recent interview that it's going to be at the convention when he's going to select a vice president. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will march forward to that date, and we'll see. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. Vivek on fire. That's it.
No, this is a bombshell video that, yeah, man, it really is crazy in this world. But like, comment, subscribe, share.